We got a big show, a lot of football, basketball, and a Mount Rushmore of Cleveland what-ifs, which is going to be fun to end it. But first, you can get buckets on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, because right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets with any winning $5 bet. That's $150 if your team wins. You can bet on all your favorite NBA players and teams with quick bets, live same-game parlays, exclusive props, and so much more. And special this weekend, FanDuel has something that our listeners are going to want to take a listen to. Just check out FanDuel's Profit Boost tokens in the app and use it for the UNC-Duke rivalry game on Saturday night. Profit Boost tokens will be available before the big game. Just view your account page to learn more about how you can get your boost. Just visit FanDuel.com/UCSS or check out their app to shoot your shot. FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NBA, an official sportsbook partner of the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. And our winning ticket today comes from Lamont No Sanford, Montauk Dag R8, who turned $50 into $760 with a 4-part parlay from Tuesday night on some college basketball lines. He had the Duke line, Northern Colorado, Baylor, and Portland State. All 4 of those hit, and he turned $50 into $764. As always, if you have a winning ticket, make sure you send it to us. G. Bush just walked in. What an outfit, G. Bush. Holy cow.
I mean, look at this hat. He is sporting right now.
Yeah, just send us your tickets and enjoy this G. Bush fit. Because, G, that's an outfit, my friend.
Yes, it is. Smokey the Bear's in the building.
Did you, when Mike called you, did he wake you up?
No. That'd be I live on the east side. If he would have called me at that time and I would have
because you sounded like you just woke up.
That'd be east side. That's like, it take me like 35 minutes to get
Oh, okay. All right.
So you'd be out of here.
You just sounded sleepy.
I still, I still got that nasty voice. You know what I'm saying? It don't be rocking like I want to.
All right, guys, first thing we do before we give our ideal free agency projections, this morning the Browns opened up about $10 million in extra cap space by restructuring Jed Wills' contract. That brings his base salary for this year down to just a $1.5 million-ish, give or take. It opens up $10 million in cap space. Because of the restructure, they are unable to trade Jed Wills this season, so the Browns will play this year with Jed Wills. But by this restructure, other than opening $10.5 million in cap space for Andrew Berry to spend in free agency, which starts next week, do you read anything further into this move? Does it mean a possible move for Jed Wills along the line? Does it mean a possible extension coming, or are you looking at this just a way to open up cap space?
Guys, I think it's pretty simple. It's just opening up cap space. I don't think we should read anything more into it. Well, I guess the one thing you might be able to read into it is it doesn't seem like they're interested in an extension, or at the very least, they couldn't come to any kind of agreement on an extension, because if you were going to do that, you could have lowered the cap number that way by getting an extension. But in terms of him changing positions, no, I'll be surprised if he's not the left tackle.
No, he's the left tackle next year, and I think they're probably looking at next year as a big year for him. And if he was very inconsistent up and down last year. Got off to a terrible start, got better as the year went on, and then obviously got hurt. I think they want to see what he looks like coming back off the injury, and if he performs well, I've insisted he was average until I got mad at him and broke up with him about 3 weeks into last season. But for the most part, I've tried to maintain that he's league average or thereabouts, and if he continues to be average or thereabouts, maybe you give him an average type extension. I don't know, but I think that they want to see how he looks next year before making any sort of long-term commitment to him. And I'm just aggravated because yesterday we're sitting here trying to think what other contracts would make sense to restructure. Well, this was an obvious one that I didn't even think of.
Yeah, I didn't even realize you could, because I guess I didn't even think about his contract, G, because it was on the fifth-year player option. I didn't even know you could.
Yeah, I didn't know you could do it on a fifth-year player option.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I think you can restructure anything.
You can do anything in the NFL, so there you go.
There you go,
Which will lead, if he's gone, to probably some dead cap money in 25.
Sure. Yeah.
There are no rules anymore in the NFL when it comes to the cap. There are some, but listen, that's a nice move. Nice move. I like the fact that they cleaned up $10 million, and it gives an opportunity to see what he's going to do next year. I like players playing on contract years. I like players playing with a little bit of an incentive and a little bit of fear behind them. So right now, you look at DeJuan Jones. He's a guy. I would keep rotating them in there. Hey, man, go get you some snaps at left. Go get you some snaps at left. We need you to be working at the left, too. Even if you're not going to put him there, I need security blankets and security for all of these positions. I think one of the things that this has told us is as we look at last year, in a wave and rash of injuries that you had from top to bottom, from the best guys to the worst guys on the roster, you need to be able to have a backup plan for those guys, because if you can pull it together, you can get some good play, and your coaching staff can get guys to continue to play hard. You might be able to win a few games, right? I'm not saying that you're going to be able to go and win playoff games, but I like the fact that they're thinking ahead and saying, hey, let's look at Jed, put a little fire up under them, and still get a little bit of money back for free agency.
I think it makes sense, obviously from a financial standpoint. Now the Browns have about $13 million in cap space, and again can still potentially do things with the guys we talked about yesterday. But also, I didn't like the idea at all, and I don't know if they were actually even thinking about this, of extending Jed Wills. I want to see him play the position one more time. I do think he played better right before he got hurt. But I think overall he's been a huge disappointment for a top, 15 pick, whatever he was.
Yeah.
And I don't want to commit to him long term unless he clearly gets his game to another level this year.
So there's not the official numbers on what the void number on the cap will be next season, but Jack Duffin does a really good job kind of following the cap, and he projected that Jed Wills' void year in 2025, the cap hit carried by this restructure will be close to $12 million.
12?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean... And the cap is going to go up again next year, and they're going to restructure more deals next year.
It's step by step. They're okay with having void money or dead money in void years because the cap goes up and up, so it doesn't. Yeah, I mean
they could potentially have 20 after next year. It's possible they could let Jed walk, and they could cut Conklin and probably have $20 million in dead cap and need at least one offensive tackle in that situation. I wouldn't be surprised, by the way, even with all it seems like depth, it would not surprise me at all if the Browns drafted in the middle rounds here some more offensive linemen this year.
You never have enough.
Yeah.
Keep rotating them.
Yeah.
I like it.
You know, obviously they did well with DeJuan Jones. They like Luke Whippler, who they drafted, what was he, 7th round pick?
Sixth. Six or
so it wouldn't surprise me if they dive into that pool again, Mike.
No, not me either. It'd be I'd actually be more surprised if they didn't draft an offensive lineman than I would be if they did. Especially just because of the age, the numbers, and like you said, if they're trying to clear some cap space, there'll be some dead money. But a lot of the guys, when we're looking at next year's salary cap, which is getting way ahead of ourselves, a lot of the guys who could be on that potential cap cut casualty list are guys on the offensive line, like you just mentioned.
All right, let's go to the bigger picture now.
Let's do it.